Welcome to my channel Immigrate Abroad. I am Sunil Raj and today I'll be talking about eligibility requirements for Canada Express Entry Immigration Program. In this video, I'll share details on what factors are considered for Express Entry and what are the minimum requirements to qualify for the program. So stay tuned. I'll be posting tons of videos about Canada immigration process, so please subscribe and press the bell icon to receive notifications on upcoming videos. Immigration Canada assesses your eligibility based on selection factor points. There are 6 selection factors and each factor is assigned points to calculate the eligibility. A minimum of 67 points is required to qualify for Federal Skilled Worker Program. Qualifying or getting 67 or more points won't get you a Canada PR but is required to create an Express Entry profile. I'll provide a breakdown of points for each selection factor, so stay tuned. Of all the factors, language is assigned maximum points of 28. English and French are the 2 official languages in Canada and you can choose to take the test for one or both official languages. Depending on your language test score, you will receive points based on Canadian Language Benchmark (CLB), and the minimum requirement to qualify is CLB Band 7 for first official language. For example, a CLB 7 band for IELTS, that is English test, requires you to score 6 points in each of the language ability for listening, reading, speaking, and writing. If you score 6 points in each of these language abilities, then you will receive a CLB Band 7. And if you have a CLB Band 7, you will receive 16 points for language factor. If you score CLB 9 or 10, then you will receive a maximum of 24 points. If you are fluent in both French and English and you decide to take both tests, then having a CLB 5 or more for your second official language will get you 4 additional points for language factor. So in that case, getting a CLB 9 for first official language and getting CLB 5, which is the minimum for second official language, will get you a maximum of 28 points. Depending on your level of education, you can get up to a maximum of 25 points. If you have a PhD or a doctoral degree, then you can get 25 points. If your education was outside Canada, then you need to get your credential assessed, which will inform you if your degree or diploma is equivalent to a Canadian credential. I have created a separate video on education credential assessment and how to apply for ECA. I'll post the links in the video description. Check them out if you don't know about ECA. So if you have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, then you can get as much as 21 points or 23 points, depending on whether if your bachelor degree is equivalent to a bachelor degree in Canada. Say if you have a bachelor's and master's degree and you think you might get 23 points, but if you get your education credential assessed and if they come back saying your bachelor degree is equivalent to a Canadian bachelor's degree but your master's degree is not equivalent to a Canadian master's degree, in such case you might receive a bachelor's degree, points for bachelor's degree, as well as your master's degree might be considered as a postgraduate diploma and you might receive something somewhere around 22 points instead of 23 points. If you have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree in Canada, then you don't need to get an education credential assessment. Moving to work experience. A minimum of 1 year of continuous work experience is required to qualify for this immigration program. This work experience must be skilled work and it should fall under the required NOC, National Occupation Job Code 0, A or B. Any of that will get you points for your work experience. You can get a maximum of 15 points if you have 6+ years of experience. When I say a 1 year of minimum continuous work experience, you can't use 6 months of work experience from one job and 10 months of experience from another job. It should be continuous. Canada has an aging population and Express Entry program is aimed towards bringing younger skilled immigrants to Canada. If you're under 35 years of age, you will receive maximum points of 12 for the age factor. If you're older than 35 years of age, then the point reduces by 1 each year depending what age you are. If you're older than 40 years of age, then there are other programs that are available for you to move to Canada. Moving to the next employment factor. If you have a job offer from a Canadian employer, then you can receive a maximum of 10 points for having arranged employment. However, this comes with a lot of conditions. The job offer should be for at least 1 year. It should be based on the labor market impact assessment work permit, and this LMIA has to be applied by the employer, and you won't be able to apply even if you receive a job offer from an employer. You could also have a job offer which is exempt from an LMIA work permit that falls under a North American Free Trade Agreement, where you don't require an LMIA based work permit. However, you would still have to provide documents to prove that your job doesn't require, or your job is exempt from an LMIA. No matter whether you require an LMIA or you're exempt from an LMIA, the job offer should fall under skilled work, and the NOC code for the job offer should be either 0, A or B. Moving to the final factor, the adaptability factor. Under adaptability, there are a lot of factors which you can qualify for. If you and your spouse are planning to move to Canada, and if your spouse has taken a language test and scored at least CLB 4, then you can receive 5 points. If you or your spouse have previously studied in Canada, then you receive 5 points. If you or your spouse have previously worked in Canada, then depending on who the primary applicant is, you can receive somewhere between 5 to 10 points. If you have an arranged employment in Canada at the time of applying for an express entry immigration program, then you can receive up to 5 points. This is additional 5 points apart from the employment arrangement factor. If you have relatives in Canada, close blood relatives, parents, grandparents, a child, a grandchild, siblings, niece or nephew, then you can receive 5 points. In this adaptability factor, you might qualify for more than 2 or 3 or sometimes only 1, but the maximum points you can receive here is 10. I'll create another video to show you how to check if you qualify for express entry using the eligibility tool, which is a must before you create your express entry profile. I'll also share what to do if you don't qualify for express entry in my upcoming videos. I hope this video was helpful. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share my video and comment below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive notifications on upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.